There will be a slight lag.
No worries.
Wait for us to taking time. Please. Okay. Okay, it shows we are live on YouTube. So all those watching us through YouTube and LinkedIn, just give us a thumbs up if you can see us, can hear us. LinkedIn, I'm not too sure why it's not showing us live.
Mm-hmm. Just hold on, Akshay.
Just a second. I don't know why it's not showing us live on. Okay. Thanks, Mayre. Hi, I'm Mayresh. Hello. Hi, Sagar. Hello, Mronal. Hi, Atya. We're facing some technical glitch, I believe. We've lost Nikhil just while he comes back. Sorry, guys, we're waiting for Nikhil to join us again. Hi, Ram. Hello. So, all those who are online with us, as you can see, I'm the only one. We're waiting for Nikhil to join us again. And he's back.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikhil.
Hello, Akshay. Nice to see you again
Yes,
on your
yes.
channel.
Yes. So now let me just begin. Before I bombard you with questions, I'll just set some context of why
Yes.
leadership narratives and what one is.
Sure. Sir.
So all those watching us, thank you very much for being there, and sorry for the glitch. So leadership narratives, as you know, it believes in bringing about a change from within. It is a live talk show powered by Samaksh Holistic Wellness, and Samaksh aims to cultivate a community of purpose-driven organizations, professionals, and entrepreneurs by 2026 who are dedicated to creating a meaningful impact in their world. Now, through these live talks, we will share stories of inspiring people with the intent to enable others to transform their narratives into compelling stories that create a meaningful impact in their lives calling. Now, you've already met two inspiring leaders over February and March. That's Namita Shirgaonkar and Jyoti Savla. I am excited to introduce you to yet another inspiring leader, Nikhil Lotankar. You can already see him. Now, Nikhil is an investment expert with over 21 years of experience in insurance, financial services, operations, and IT. After realizing his dream, he decided to step out of his comfort zone and start his own investment consultancy. And our man is now on a mission to create 1,000 crore pratis through mutual fund investments. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us get straight into the world of wealth and hear it from our wealth creation expert, Nikhil. Welcome to Leadership Narratives, Nikhil. Would you
Thank you,
like to
Akshay.
say something before I start bombarding you with my questions?
No, you have set the context very clearly. What is expected from my end. So we will speak about wealth creation today. Why it is important and how we can achieve our goals. Basically,
Correct.
so problem. See, one thing, one context. I'll say hardly 4 to 5% of people invest for their retirement.
Right.
So out of 104 people investing for their retirement is not a good number. So leave the crorepati part aside. So
Okay.
and people I've seen on a personal front also, people not investing for their retirement. They go
Correct.
as per as per the current expenses and all that,
Right.
but they are very least bothered about for tomorrow.
Correct.
Yes, you live for today, even I live for today, but then for your golden period, your parents are not your FDs and your kids are not your retirement planners.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
They are
Right.
not. They are. So you should plan for yourself. Why
Correct.
we should depend on our parents' money? Okay, I will
Correct.
get it.
Absolutely.
I will get it from them. Or why we depend on our kids? They will take care of us. Even they have a
Right.
life. So
Right.
it should be the reverse part wherein we should be like, we should tell our kids, okay, you want this, okay, fine. Your
Right.
parents have enough money. You
Correct.
the or what do you call, the given car is a gift from our side. It should be that way. Why we
Right.
should depend on our kids that they give us a monthly pension for our day-to-day expense?
True.
We can easily
True.
plan it. Yes, we think
Right.
that money can't be saved, or it
Mhm.
is a very difficult thing to save money. Absolutely not. It is
Correct.
ridiculous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You save couple
Now,
of thousands a month and you can earn a decent amount.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is
absolutely,
what I wanted.
absolutely. I think this sounds really exciting. But before we get into the real meat of the discussion, it's always essential to know the person behind this story, right?
Yes.
So one question that I love asking is about stories. So Nikhil, what's your story? Maybe you could give us a brief overview of your journey. What do you enjoy doing, and how do you stay aligned with your life's path?
See, my journey would be like a typical person. I started my corporate journey. So
Right,
I joined an insurance company in 2003 till 2024. I was working in insurance, that close to 21 years. So in different sectors, in that, in operations, in IT, in business excellence.
right,
But then there came a period in 2014-15 wherein I thought I should do something else too. That you should have a plan B.
correct,
So wherein I used to manage my own money, I'll be very fair. Yes, I
right,
used to
right,
invest through an advisor, but then I used to tell them, sir, invest in this account, in this funds, in this. I used to. So I had seen, I was in Gurgaon, Delhi. So one of my friend told me, why don't you give it a shot and start? I just laughed at it. Like, yeah, typical. But then I thought about it 6 7 months. Yeah, why not?
right.
And then it started on a just as a jovial note, but then I got my license and all that everything by 2016 to sell insurance, and
Right.
this is how my financial journey started.
Correct.
So currently I'm handling close to 325 customers with an AUM of more than 10.5 crores.
Oh, okay. That's excellent. Very good.
So this is
So I
for me.
think
Yeah.
money, 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 and numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, and so speaking of numbers, so we've known each other for almost 30 years now. We did our graduation, our post graduation together, interned at Tata
Yes.
Steels for a year, and then chose
Yes.
to walk on our respective paths.
Yes.
So while you've said you've joined an insurance company in 2003 or 4, so when did you realize your love for wealth creation, and how did you transition into this field?
See, it was basically from college days also, only, always. So I had a computer we had that during the college time.
Right, right,
So a few of my friends introduced me to a couple of lawyers. I know you are from a
okay,
lawyer family, but then,
right, right,
so I used to, they used to give me some of their notes. I used to do data entry for them,
right,
and I used to give the same. I used to save the data in the floppy disk and give it to them. So I
right,
started my earning my money during that period, during that phase, and
okay,
the love for and basically the love for the market, share market, it came when I joined my first company. People used to invest, people used to talk, because in lunchtime we used
right,
to always talk about stocks, we used to always talk about
okay,
mutual funds. So the love for the stock market started when I joined in 2003 in an insurance company. Then
uh,
one of my seniors said we were just fooling around in the library or just during the break time, enjoying having a time. And then one of my senior told me, just we were 4 5 guys, एक टपली मार के क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग, स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करो, इसमें म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट, वी जस्ट बोले अरे क्या बाबा तुम भी, and all that stuff. But then actually
right,
then it hit hard, because he told कि you start investing right now, and then you will call me
right,
after 15 20 years that actually I didn't call him, but then few of the stocks, like I will say a stock like Reliance.
right.
I when 2004 5 I was buying one Reliance per day, per month, by my bad.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah,
okay,
so if I invested for 5 6 years, I had 72 75 odd Reliance. It splitted, it has gone to 150. My average buying price is close to 250 300. Now it is close to 3000. Okay, I got the wealth after, I'm seeing this wealth after 15 years. But then this
right,
is how wealth is created. It is not
correct,
you can't create wealth like this. Similar to mutual
absolutely,
funds, you have to
absolutely,
stay invested for 10 years, 15 years, then you
right,
see the wealth.
right,
And it is crazy wealth.
correct, absolutely,
So that's
absolutely.
that's my money journey, you can say.
So I think, yeah, I think that as you rightly said, right, wealth creation is massive, and it comes with its own risks, benefits,
Yes.
and
Yes.
fears. So as an investor or a wealth creation professional, how do you manage to stay afloat despite these risks and fears?
See, risk and fear is like whenever a customer comes to me, whenever a client comes to me for investment, I always say to the client, irrespective, कि for the first 5 years you will see negative returns. Don't expect any return from the market. And I tell them, actually I tell them, because this is what you should tell them, because first 4 or 5 years it is like accumulating. Like if I give you an example, if you have a kid and he's in first standard or second standard, he or she will not learn cos theta in the first year. For first, he has to go till seventh, eighth standard to learn everything and all that. So similarly, you will not earn the money in the first year, second year. It will be very rarest of rare when the market crashes. Means, like for example, if somebody who has started the investment journey during COVID period would see his money were multiplied in 3 years time, because the
Correct,
market was down. It was what, 25,000, from 40,000 it came to 25,000. Today it is close to 75,000. So the market has tripled. His money has also will be tripled. But don't expect
right,
that on a daily basis or an because this is one time phenomena. So
absolutely,
4 5 6 years, I always say to the customer, you will get less return than an FD also. But 7 years, 8 years down the line, after seventh, 8 year, you will see the returns growing like crazy.
correct,
Because there are
correct,
always 2 to 3 cycles wherein you have to invest: a down market, a up market, a down market.
right,
So when the fourth up comes up, your money starts
correct,
multiplying, and
correct,
it multiplies. It is not a percentage or few percentage increase here and there. So
correct,
so
correct.
so the risks are there. I always tell the customers, my clients, see, invest money wherein you can forget it. If you
Hmm.
are thinking that I don't want that 10,000 rupees of my salary, invest that money,
Correct,
because that 10,000 after 5 years is close to 6 lakhs. You'll invest. You will see 5 lakh 50. You will say, "Arey Nikhil, what is wrong? If I would invested in a FD, it will be at least 7 lakhs 8 lakhs. But ये तो साढ़े
correct,
पाँच लाख हुआ है." But I say कि you wait for that 5.5 lakh. You should pray that the market falls, because wherein the market falls, the number of units which you get is amazing, and
absolutely.
you should always wait. So it is like, so there are risks. Yes, there are financial risk also. You will, the principal amount will come down, but then
Hmm.
risk hai to ishq hai.
Correct, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. This is from Harshad Mehta.
Yes.
Right, 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 right. And I think इसीलिए वो भी बोलते हैं ना कि investing money is like planting seeds or planting trees or
Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect.
टाइम लगता है आपको सिर्फ पानी डालते रहना है
Yeah,
and then
you exactly. You if you plant a mango tree, you don't get the first fruit for the first 6 years.
correct, absolutely,
So
absolutely,
it is like planting a tree. You, if you want
right,
your if you want it, then you have to
correct, correct,
stay calm, plant
correct,
it. Then you
right,
will get, you will get money, you will earn money, and it is a very good
correct.
money. You will earn.
Correct, absolutely. So I think earning money and mangoes. तो उससे एक मेरा अगला question उसी पे है, which is how did you come up with your mission of making 1,000 crore through mutual funds?
Ah,
And perhaps because you've said कि वो उसको बाजू में रखते. So let's focus on if you could give an example, like someone say maybe who starts investing at the age of 40. So how does it go? मतलब अगर आप
see,
example दें.
I will tell you one number. Uh, India's population is 140 crores.
Right,
Okay. As of
right,
today, there are only 2.16 lakhs crore-patis in India. Look at, only that is less than 0.01%, close to 0.01, not even 1%.
correct, right,
1% would be 1.5 crore people. 0.10 would be about 14 lakhs. There are only 2 lakh 16,000 crore-patis today. If you Google it, you will see the number. Yeah, as on today. So basically, and see, that's an being a crorepati is like an you can't reach a middle class people can't be a crorepati. You have to
right,
means it is a wrong thing which has been put in
correct.
our mind. Ki if you are a
Absolutely.
salaried person, if you are a corporate guy, you can't earn your crore. That is can
Correct.
I know it's a wrong word, but it is bullshit.
Right.
You
Right.
can
Right.
easily
Absolutely.
you can easily earn, but then you have to be patient, you have to be disciplined, and you have to set yourself a amount ki what I require. I'll give you
Correct.
a very easy example wherein you can also relate to it.
Right.
Normally you get married when you're close to 30, you have a kid when you're 32, 33, you take an
Correct.
house and all that. So by
Right.
35 you have everything in place, you have a house, you have a kid, your family is set and all that.
Yeah.
Akshay, if you invest only 6,000 rupees per month for the next 25 years, because you are going to work till 60, I'm just
Correct.
saying 6,000 because that's a decent amount wherein you, as an, like if I say as a family, the husband earns 30, 40K. I'm giving you a
Right.
very low par
Yeah. Yeah.
example. Huh?
Yeah. Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
Today a 35-year-old IT guy will be earning in lakhs. So I'll just say a normal guy, wherein I was earning at the age of 35 would be that amount. He earns,
Correct.
I was earning close to 50K. Your spouse is earning close to 30, 35K. So that's a decent income of 80, 80, 85,000. You put your
Absolutely.
kids' education, you put your EMIs aside, your daily expenses aside, and all that. If you
Correct.
manage
Correct.
to save 6,000 Akshay after 25 years at 12%, that's a very much conservative. I'm telling you, market has
Yeah.
given,
Yeah.
the Sensex has given you 14%, a large cap
Correct.
funds. So
Right.
15, 20% also you can get. If I give you an example of 12%, a 6K investment will earn you 1.14 crores after when you are 60 years old. Now
Absolutely.
6,000 is absolute. It is possible. Even
Right.
it is possible. Or
Correct.
if you, and what an example which you told me, what at the age of 40, if we delay
Right.
at 40,
Right.
if you invest 10,000 rupees for 20 years, you should get close to 1.9 to 2 crore rupees.
Absolutely.
So that
Absolutely.
is very much possible. And
Yeah.
6k 6 to 10,000 rupees investment is, I don't think so, it is impossible nowadays. It's many client would be bash me, but you buy an iPhone for a couple of lakhs, man. And so you
Yes.
think,
Yes. True.
you think that you are going to buy an iPhone every year and you invest 10k rupees for that.
Correct.
And
Correct.
and if you say so, and then the number which you I told you, that 1,000 crore patis, basically I always see, if you have a number in focus now, then you would then I would then you can easy, then that's your goal. So you will
Absolutely.
always think, you will always manifest for that, you will always want to thrive. And
Correct.
यार 1,000 लोग अगर करोड़पति हो गया,
Right.
Then think of the blessings more than me, my family
No,
will get.
absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
being selfish in that way. But then
No, no, it's okay. I mean, उस
so
selfishness से अगर
and
1000 लोगों का
yeah,
भला हो रहा है,
भला हो
क्यों
रहा है
नहीं?
exactly.
Yes.
And then there's one line ना, जीरो से कुछ तो पैसा किसी में अपना पॉकेट में होना जरूरी है ना.
Correct, correct, correct.
So
Absolutely.
just a minimal
So
example. So what if that person start investing when he's 25, 5,000 rupees? That's
correct,
crazy money after 35. It's like
right.
few crores, couple of crores to 3 crore rupees.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's the
So
number
very
which I thought. So that is what I'm pushing myself to get the numbers. Currently, I'm at 325.
correct.
More than couple of hundred clients, if they stay invested, as what I'm saying in the next
Hmm.
15 odd years, should be crore-patis. So I want to
Absolutely.
add more. So I'm waiting for more 800, 900. And of course, that's a
Yes.
number. If I achieve more, good for me, good for them, good for everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that is what is needed here. It's
Yeah,
that if you constantly keep playing that message in your head, right?
perfect.
तो पहुंचोगे तुम. Right now,
Yes,
now
and
speaking.
that's
Yeah,
manifestation also.
absolutely, absolutely. So my next question is connected to that, which is जैसे मैंने बोला tape. So what is your narrative in life? That internal tape that keeps you moving ahead. What is that inspiration? What is that drive?
See, the narrative in my life, it is for both for me as well as my client base, is that you should be happy, you should have mental
Correct.
peace, you shouldn't worry
Right.
about means your day to day. For your day to day life now, money plays an important role. So if you
Absolutely.
plan everything properly, then if you keep aside the money part now, if your money part is covered now, Akshay, then the life is very nice. We
Correct.
always stress for
Absolutely.
money, not we, everyone. A person
Absolutely.
earning couple of crores will also stress, and a person earning 20,000 will also stress for money. So
Correct.
that is
Correct.
that part. So wherein so far for me the narrative would be like, okay, you should be at mental peace. If you plan properly, if the money part is covered, then the life is nice. So
Correct. Absolutely.
this is that is why that
Absolutely.
is what I'm, yeah, that is
Yes.
that is
Yes.
one thing. So
Absolutely. Well
all
said.
that
Well said.
mental peace and all that, everything is covered. और
Correct.
पैसा
Absolutely.
रहेगा ना तो नहीं पहचानने वाले भी हाय हेलो करने आते.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 And I think it's all about see energy of money. तो मैं अपने सेशन में भी हमेशा वही बोलता हूँ कि एनर्जी ऑफ मनी जो होता है वो अपने अंदर ही होता है. मनी का
Yes,
फियर वो हमारे दिमाग में वो बचपन से डाला गया रहता है कि अरे पैसे की
perfect,
झाडावरती उडता
very
का
exactly.
असतं ते झाडावरतीच आहे
असतं
ते झाड
झाडावरतीच
या
आहे ते.
विश्वच झाड आहे.
Yeah, exactly. I see. I had read a book in my office days, in my previous when I started. It's a very famous quote by. There was a book on Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. So there
Okay.
is a quote by Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani ki in the streets of Bombay, 1,000 rupees notes are lying every year, everywhere. So it is up to you how much you pick.
Wow.
So
Well said.
that line is the favorite line. So
Correct.
whatever
Correct.
that I just adore that man, Mr. Dhirubhai
Correct.
Ambani.
Correct.
But so
Absolutely.
it is
Absolutely.
up to us how we pick that 1,000 rupees notes. How much? Either
Correct.
we work, either through
Correct.
business, either through savings. So ये तीन में
Absolutely.
से 1,000 रुपया तुमको उठाना है. कितना नोट चाहिए तुमको वो उठाना है. But then how you pick
उठाना
it
है.
up? Through
Correct.
work,
Correct.
you do your job, you do your business, or you invest money. ये तीन से
Absolutely.
पैसा वो मिल जाता है 1,000 रुपए का नोट जितना
Absolutely.
चाहिए उतना.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think थोड़ा shift करते हैं. Maybe all those watching us, if you have any questions for Nikhil, you can ask him. Uh, so I'll give you 2 minutes to think while we wait for you to ask questions. You can, of course, अभी अगर कोई questions नहीं आ रहे तो we still have some time. You can keep thinking about it. If you have no questions, you can just give us a thumbs up and say that you'll maybe think of it and you'll ask. तो थोड़ा टाइम देते हैं इनको 1-2 मिनट.
Yep.
तो
Many will ask questions in our group.
right, correct. All right. So okay, कुछ आया तो नहीं है फिलहाल, but I think fine,
ठीक
fair
है.
enough. I think
Sure.
guys, you guys can ask questions as we perhaps move forward. So now moving to तुमने बताया कि if someone starts investing at the age of 40, कैसे grow होगा, what is your narrative, how are you helping people.
Hmm.
Now the softer side, which is how do you manage to calm your clients during times of economic crisis, because this is where
Yes.
when one needs to focus on building trust and letting go of the fear of uncertainty. So how do you
Hmm.
manage this?
See, luckily for me, I have put the fear that you will get negative returns when I start business with them. So when the market
Yeah,
falls, they are very chill. They know कि निखिल ने पहले ही बताया. So
correct,
see, there are COVID like scenarios will come very rare, once in 100 years or so.
correct,
But
correct, correct.
but the COVID like period, nearly 10 to 20% of my clients, when I call them, कि market is so bad, you should try thinking increasing your investments.
Correct.
I was at couple of about 150 180 clients during that period, 2020 21, when the COVID started. Nearly
Correct.
30 40 clients I knew who can do. I messaged them. I had put my status also, try increasing and at all. So nearly 30 40 clients increased the SIP along with the existing one. If
Right.
somebody was investing couple of thousand rupees, they increased 1,000 rupees. If somebody was investing 5,000, they increased couple. I myself increased by 8,000 rupees during COVID time.
Okay.
Yes, so you have to वो बोलते हैं ना, preach what you practice.
It's absolutely, absolutely. Walk the
So I
talk.
did that. Yeah.
Right.
So I did that, and I many of the clients are were really happy. They to say, "अरे 3 साल में इतना हो गया."
Right.
मैंने exactly. So when the market falls, now you have, luckily for me, there are the WhatsApp, Insta have been the, or you can say the social media has been a boon for me.
Correct.
I try to keep status wherein I typically, it's a jovial one, wherein
Right.
typically during June July you will have the year end sales of the
Absolutely.
major clothing products,
Correct.
70%
Correct.
80%. I try
Correct.
to do the same thing. 40% market down, sales है, sale चल रहा
Excellent.
है, pick it
Excellent.
up. For
Right.
50%,
Right.
market has crashed 40%. Try investing a lump sum. Try picking up. Try increasing your SIP. So it
Excellent.
has to be do in a jovial one. See, if you
Yeah. Yeah.
scare, see, people are scared because if somebody has a portfolio of 10 lakhs, it comes to 6 lakhs, he or she is going to be scared. My
Hmm.
portfolio crashed by 40%. I'll be very fair, 45%,
Right.
because I was invested more in mid and small. It crashed by
Correct.
crazy 40 50%. But and I knew that is like it is going to be again back to square one in couple of years. This COVID will go. I increased my SIP during in that funds which has crashed. I increased it in the small cap,
Correct.
mid cap. That
Correct.
what my it then in last 3 years my personal fund means my portfolio grew by couple of times, means double it doubled, more than doubled.
Excellent.
So I try to calm down in that way, put some jovial status कि सेल चल
Right.
रहा है उठाओ, सेल चल रहा है
Right.
उठाओ. People have called me, so I just tell them कि yes, it's a bad phase. 6 7
Correct.
months आपका कैम्प्स ऐप और कार्वी का ऐप डिलीट ही कर दो, देखो ही मत आपका क्या
Right.
फंड वैल्यू हो गया. But then
Correct.
try increasing it. You have to calm
Right.
people, and then luckily, then
No,
what I told
absolutely.
to my advantage, I always tell ki don't look at your money for the first 4 5 years. Your
Right.
money will
Right.
not grow. It is I'm saying right now,
Hmm.
but money will grow after 7 years, 10 years.
7 years.
See,
Absolutely.
there is that one calculation in the stock market. If you stay invested for 7 years, whatever is the FD rates, उससे 2% हमेशा ज्यादा मिलेगा minimum.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
Because you have that one up one down now, उसमें you will
Right.
always
Right.
earn couple of percent more than what the FD gives. So इसमें
Right.
तो तुम्हें 10 12% मिलता है.
Right.
What
Absolutely.
FDs gives you, what 7%, this market gives you 12%. That's close to
12.
double, man.
Correct. Correct.
So
So
I
now,
tell them,
hmm, right. So we have about 3 4 questions.
yeah,
So three questions from HK. That's Hiram,
अरे,
and
okay.
one question from Sagar. So Hiram, I'll take Sagar Shinde's question first, and then we'll move to your questions.
Hmm.
Okay. So can you see the question? Which is how
Yes,
to diversify the portfolio, like in equity, real estate, emergency fund, or any other way. This is
excellent
Sagar
question.
Shinde.
That's by Sagar. Okay. See, basically, a real estate should be a part, but then real estate, as per me, that is my personal opinion, you should always purchase after 40.
Right.
Because because see, when you earn 30 40,000, 50,000, and if your EMIs goes to 35 36K, so in your hand you have nothing. So you keep aside some money for equity. you keep some much money aside for your real estate. You keep, and your emergency fund, you should always have a 6 month emergency fund. You should always park your money. Being a mutual fund guy, I will always tell you, park your money in a debt fund, nice ultra short fund. You should always park. So 6 months emergency fund is required. Real estate, you can start investing for your fund from today. If you are in your 30s, if you want to buy a property, 10 years, then you can invest in a nice hybrid equity fund for your real estate. So that should be some part wherein after 10 years I'm going to remove I'm going to redeem that money, put that money as a lump sum while buying the property. And again, the equity diversification can be done as per your risk appetite. You can do it in mid, small, large cap, hybrid equity. That is as per your risk appetite. If you are in your 30s till your early 50s, not early 50s, late 40s, or till you're 50, you should invest your maximum amount in mid and small. Mid and small gives you crazy money. Crazy means it has given you 17-18%. That is 3 times of your FD. Then you can slowly, as you age, then you can shift your funds to hybrid equity, large cap. But
Correct.
mid cap, small cap का एक portion होना चाहिए. So this is the way you can diversify. You can put money as per your requirements.
Correct. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Sagar. If you have any further questions, you could message. Now we have
I'll put my
four more
glasses
questions
for the
from it.
question.
Yes, four more questions from Hiram, and there's one more from Sheila Nadkarni. Sheila Nadkarni is my aunt.
Okay.
Okay, so moving to Hiram. Okay, so Hiram's first question is: what do you expect should be enough money for retirement at 65,000 per month?
At 65 per month is what he's saying. 65 is the age, or he wants if the expense is 65.
Yeah,
So I
Hiram,
will
if you
say,
could.
see, if he says I'll go at 65,000 per month, I'll put on the expenses if it is 65. Luckily for me, see, basically, if you are 45 and you are earning close to, and if your expense is 65, you should have at least 4.5 crores in your kitty in today's inflation, because I've done the calculation 2 days back wherein the person's expense was 30,000 and he's 45, he's our age. So I told him that you require a couple of crores. So if he multiplied by 2, so at least 4.5 crore rupees he should have. So now that for that 4.5 crores, then how much amount he should invest, then again it becomes a question.
Correct.
Because for 15 years, so for close to, if he requires 4.5 crores, he should have at least a 75,000 rupees investment per month into, if he is 45. So by 60, he should have close to 5-6 crores, and then he can plan his retirement in that way.
Correct. So I hope that answers your question, Hiram. I'm moving to your next question, which of course, for me, it's still Greek, but maybe Nikhil will be able to understand that. Which is, what is your expectation if we can see index at 1 lakh, or will it be Alzheimer? तो ये तेरे को समझ में आएगा, निखिल, मुझे नहीं आ रहा है.
No, it won't be Alzheimer. See, if the market gives a return as 14%, which is giving it, so you can expect an 1 lakh rupee index in the coming years. Aram say. That is, he's saying because current Nifty is close to 22,000, 23,000. He's saying can we see the Nifty at 1 lakh? So he's saying, should we forget it? No, you can't forget it. You will see your son will see the Nifty when you are in your son will see the Nifty 100%. And even we will see the Nifty at 1 lakh rupees if it multiplies in this manner. Why not? See, the Nifty was 100. The Nifty was 100. The Nifty has gone to 1,000. It's at 22,000. So 1 lakh is a number again. Like we were in our 20s, now in our 40s. So 60 is a number. So 1 lakh is also a number.
Right.
HK, you will see it. Don't worry.
Right.
We
so
will make
he's
sure
clarified.
that
HK has clarified, saying, the 65 that he was saying, it's not 65K. It's 65 years page.
So that is what I'm saying. So it is as per the expenditure ki what should be his portfolio, what amount is. So if I say if Hiram is having an exam monthly expense, so you have to exclude your EMIs, you have to exclude your kids' education from that, because it will stop. Sometimes after 10 years, 15 years, the kids' education is going, expense for the kids' education is going to stop. Expense for your house EMI is going to stop. So if your expense is close to 45,000 rupees monthly expense, so you should have a portfolio of close to 2.5 to 3 crores. So wherein you can live your current lifestyle or little bit on a higher side.
Right.
So for that, Hiram has to contact me.
Yes,
How much
yes,
he should
yes,
do.
Hiram, I know you have two more questions. I'll get back to you right now. So I'm taking the next question from my aunt Chida Nadkarni. So Nikhil, she is my Atya, and for your
Yes.
information, her husband, Mr. Sunil Nadkarni, was our
Yes.
boss at
Yes.
Tata
He's
Steel.
a Tata Special Steel. Yes.
Right,
Give
right,
my hello
right.
to sir.
Yes. So her question is, what is the percentage of investment in MF shares and FD for a senior citizen?
Okay, that's an excellent question, ma'am. See, basically, we currently normally the senior citizen invest in FD. FDs will not give you more than 7%, but then that will not beat the inflation. Actually, you're not clear then.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm there.
Okay, sorry. So basically, you have to invest 50 to 50% of your existing portfolios into mutual funds. You should invest in a nice hybrid equity fund which gives you around 10.5% return. So, like I'll just tell you, for example, if you have got couple of crore as your current portfolio, invest a crore rupees in your FDs, invest a crore rupees in a nice hybrid equity fund. We can just connect off the records. See what should be that. You will get around close to 10 to 11% on your hybrid equity fund return. Remove 5% to 5.5% every year. So, for example, if you have invested a crore, you can redeem about 5.5 lakh rupees a year. So that's close to 45K per month. So in this thing, after 15 years, 20 years, that crore also becomes couple of crores because you are redeeming 50% of that, 50% you are keeping it into that fund. So your succession planning takes place. In your FDs, your crore always remains a crore. You will get the interest part, but then that will not grow. In mutual funds, your 1 crore will grow to 10 crores. So that is one beautiful thing which an FDs, if you compare to mutual funds and FDs, that can be helpful. A succession planning is there. You can increase your investments in mutual funds, and you should always go for hybrid equity of a little bit equity product, not a completely. I will not tell her to invest in a mid and small cap because that crore can be 50 lakhs also. It can fall also. But then at her age, at the senior citizen age, they can take that shock. In hybrid equity, that crore can become 80, 75 to 80, but again, it will grow to 1.5 lakhs. Your capital will be safe. But then again, for 10 years, 15 years, if you think she wants that money, so she should invest in a good hybrid equity fund and remove close to 5.5% every year. So the succession planning is easily taken. I have a client who has invested a decent amount, and every month she gets an amount, and she has kept the 50% of the amount. So there is one client wherein I can share the details to you off the record, and you can show it to her.
Okay, absolutely. So I hope that answers your question, Atya. If you have any questions, I can give you Nikhil's number. All right. So moving on, we have another question from Paresh. Paresh Masetti is my brother-in-law. But before
Okay.
that, as promised, we'll go back to HK. So HK's next question is wealth planning for female and male different? If yes, what are the points of differentiation? And if not, why not?
See, it is not different in any aspect. Both the genders earn money nicely. So only difference would be the number of years in how much they want to invest. So if you want to invest for 30, 35 years, the investment pattern remains the same. If you want to invest for just few years, and if you want to say, okay, I'm going to retire, I don't want to work, my daughter will be in my teens, my son will be in my teens, I want to spend the teen part with them, then that is the type. Also,
Correct.
the risk part. Would you like to
Right.
invest in a less riskier mutual funds or a riskier mutual fund? So
Right.
it is purely on the call of the client. If the female says no, I'm okay with the riskier path, invest in mid, and I will tell them to invest in mid and small. If they
Correct.
say कि little bit of investments I want it in mid, ज़्यादा risky नहीं चाहिए, then there is hybrid capital, there is hybrid equity, there is a large cap for them. Even the it is not the female, even the males are there who will say मुझे ज़्यादा risk नहीं चाहिए, bank FD से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा मिला, I'm happy. So invest in hybrid equity. And
Correct.
and the second, and what the differentiation will be, why the money is required. Again, the retirement, it would be a common agenda, like, and they want both of them want the money for retirement.
Right.
Or
Absolutely.
the what do you call, the lady says, I want the money to go for an foreign trip. 5 years I'm
Correct.
saving.
Correct.
So for
Right.
5 years, I will not recommend. I will recommend an hybrid equity, which has some of a debt component. The same thing I will recommend for a male investor also. So
Mm.
ज़्यादा there is no much differentiation other than the risk appetite.
Correct. Absolutely. I think that's a good answer. And HK also says, nice answer. Sure, we'll connect. My aunt has also thanked you. Now we move to Paresh's question, which is looking at the hike in the gold prices, is it a good option to invest in it in today's time?
Gold is an You should always invest in gold. It is up to what percentage is up to you. I will give you again an example. I know I'm giving too much of examples, but then this is what I am doing. Every year for the last 4 years, I'm investing about 6 to 7 times in a year for my daughter.
Hmm.
She's now 12. After 15 years, I will require the gold for her marriage or when she wants to marry. Of course, today's kids you can't force, but at least I know ki being as a Maharashtrian, I would require at least 12 tolas of gold to 15 tolas of gold to purchase the gold when she's 25. Giving the rates what are going on, it will be in lakhs. Currently, it is in thousands. So
Correct.
I purchase 5K, 10K gold, 10,000 rupees gold at least 7 times in a year, 6 to 7 times. Dashera,
Right.
Gudi Padwa, on her birthday, Diwali, Guru Pushpa, Akshay Tritiya, New Year. I
Nice.
always purchase.
Correct.
So again, I am earning a decent profit on the gold. Again, that's a notional profit because I'm not going to sell the gold and I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going
Right.
to use it after 15 years. But
Correct.
after
Absolutely.
15 years, Akshay, what if the gold price turns couple of lakhs? My buying price would be close to 1 lakh or 1,50,000. At least
Right.
50,000 rupees per tola I have earned or I have saved because I purchased the gold. I'm purchasing the gold every year.
Right.
So again, it is now how to purchase gold. You can purchase in the form of 1 gram, 2 grams. Again, that physical, then you have to properly save, store the gold somewhere at home or in a depository, bank lockers
Correct.
or something like that.
Correct.
Lucky again as a mutual fund guy pitching for a potential customer, you can buy gold funds, wherein
Right.
the gold will be on the paper, and whenever you want, you sell it. You buy gold, or you can and then you can create whatever necklace or jewelry you want to prepare for your kids or for yourself. And gold is like cash
Right.
that will never go down unless rarest of rare gold कभी नीचे जाता है वो. It will be constant for 1 year. It is possible.
Correct.
But
Correct.
gold नीचे उतरना is like 70,000 का 65 66 अभी मुश्किल लगता है. वो 68 69 पे जाके रुकेगा. And it will be a constant for a year. But then if you have a kid, you should always buy 1 tola gold every year when he or she is small. Even if you have a boy or if you have a son, 10 tola sona to you have to give to his wife also. Indian,
Correct.
yeah. So you purchase it every month, buy a gold fund. Is there again? You can
Right.
share my number to him.
Right. Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Thanks.
this is
Thanks,
one.
Nikhil. I hope that answers your question, Paresh. We have two more questions. One from HK, another from Mahesh Kore. Rupali Rai says hi, and she's asking a similar question, which is in you invest gold in physical or ETF?
I don't invest in physical. It's always through mutual funds, a ETF or an
Okay.
gold
Okay.
fund which is sold by the mutual funds.
Okay. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Rupali. Now, before we move to you again, HK, I'll take Mairesh's question, which is all mutual funds have themes, which all show which also some promise. How many max schemes should one hold, given that one has to have balance between concentration versus diversification?
Five maximum. A nice mid cap fund, a nice small cap fund, a nice equity, a diversified flexi cap. Now, currently, a multi cap is a very good options which are there in the market, wherein they invest 35% each in large, mid, and small. So your risk is covered, and a nice hybrid equity fund. Five. If you have a house, then you don't need to invest in ELSS fund, that is tax saving fund. But then if you don't have a house, you should always save taxes by investing in an ELSS fund, because if you have there are people who invest in PPF. There are people who will invest in a bank deposit 5 years for tax saving, but the ELSS will give you minimum double returns after 15 years. Minimum, huh? I'm talking.
Right, right, right.
So you should have maximum five funds, and then you should play around in these funds only, as per your age and as per your risk appetite.
Excellent. I hope that answers your question, Mahesh. We go back to HK. Uh, where is that question? Okay. Which capital goals could be achieved if you stay invested till 60 from the age of 45?
Now, capital goals means exactly what he wants to say. Whether it is retirement, whether it is for an house. So again, it depends what type of goals you have, and again the
Okay.
money which is required to achieve that goals.
Right. Okay. So if you're listening to this, HK, you can clarify that. But your next question is, what's your take on virtual digital assets?
I have never invested, and I always stay away from them. That is. It seems he's talking about bitcoins and all that,
Ah,
virtual digital assets. Yeah.
makes
So
sense.
it's too scary for me. I am out of it. I'll be very true. You can
Right.
call me anything, but I have never invested, and I don't. It
Correct.
has grown. Bitcoin has grown like crazy in a year or two, but then I don't know how you can deal with it. Yeah, बिटकॉइन को बेचना का है इंडिया में अलाउड है कि नहीं वो भी पता
Correct.
नहीं
Correct.
unless HK
No,
has
makes
some
sense.
good connections.
Yes. Yes. All right. Thanks, Nikhil. So let the questions keep coming. I'll go back to my set of questions. I think
Yeah.
most of the questions, you've kind of spoken about, but as a financial advisor, so you need to obviously work flat out on building your business.
Yeah.
But it also pays to take time to stand back and
Yes.
find inspiration.
True.
So, who is your source of inspiration in business and why? While you've already mentioned about Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, but in this set of business, who is your source of inspiration and why?
See, basically, there are see the inspiration comes as and when you grow. It starts from your parents, your siblings also sometimes, which you hate, but then sometimes you get inspired from
Right,
them. But then when you go to your corporate life and then you read books and all that, then you
right, right,
see ki, okay, you can follow this person. So for me, it would be always it has been like, of course, the greatest inspiration for me is always Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So that's the numero uno for me. And if I come into the business part, I love reading and watching Mr. Nilesh Shah, he's the managing director of Kotak mutual funds. Then of course Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, of course, when he was there, and still his YouTube videos and all that. But then
right,
I still adore. I don't know how people will take me, but I really adore Harshad Mehta. He's no more, but at least he bought the share market to the business class, to the middle class. Sorry,
middle
not the
class.
business class, to the middle class. Middle class people started investing in shares mostly probably when Harshad Mehta was coming. जो भी हो एक share, दो share, but that uh, share market was in the picture due to Harshad Mehta, and I love
Correct,
that guy. Whatever it is, whatever he has done, good,
correct,
bad, I don't care. That is
correct.
his. But then I follow them. I follow Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala nicely. I love his quotes and all that. I like to read. I read in YouTube. I watch in YouTube. Read.
Right,
Then again Mr. Warren Buffett. Wherein he started so late. Look, he's in close to early 90s. He's in earning billions of dollars. But then again, there are few things that you have to stay. Even when Mr. Nilesh Shah was, I think he was handling ICICI Prudential or an ICICI. he used to always talk, stay invested for in India. Then Mr. Ramdev Agarwal of Motilal Oswal,
Okay.
they always talk wherein to stay invested for India. Then again, they show you the moon, but they don't tell you that you will reach the moon 2 years. मतलब 15-16 साल तो लगेगा वो चांद पे जाने के लिए. And actually it is happening. People who have invested in close to 15-20 years prior and stayed with the investment, they have minted money, Akshay, like crazy.
Correct. Correct.
And again, the next 15-20 years is there for of Bharat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think speaking of investing in shares, so share market से लोग अभी भी डरते हैं, मैं खुद भी डरता हूँ. Investing in share market versus investing in mutual fund. What's your take on it?
No, both are amazing. Both are excellent. You should invest in share market directly if you have the knowledge. Don't go by the WhatsApp university or the Instagram university. I'll be very fair with you. I know वो रील्स में जाके पैसा, वो रील्स में तो तुम 3 दिन में यू इन्वेस्ट 2 lakhs, यू आर ब्लडी अर्निंग कपल ऑफ करोड़ इन 3 weeks टाइम. आई एम सेइंग मेरे से 5 लाख रुपए दे दे, मुझे दे 5 करोड़, मैं तुझे हर दिन थैंक यू बोलूंगा. It's not possible. It's you yes, you will earn 5 crores in investing in share market, but then again patience. Only difference which as per me in investing in mutual funds and share market, which I see, it is my individual call, is like, can you be disciplined in share market? Will you be doing your monthly investment in share market like we do in mutual funds? Like an SIP, if I give you a mandate of 10, every 10th को 5,000 रुपए डेबिट होने वाला है. Every 10th को तुम 5,000 रुपए का शेयर्स खरीदने वाले हो क्या? If yes, then you invest in share market. आज रिलायंस का भाव 3,000 है. You purchase today at 2,900. Next 10th, the Reliance stock is 3,100. Are you going to purchase that one stock, or you will say नहीं 2,900 को मैंने लिया है ना, वो नीचे आने दो? You lose that. In mutual fund, that is not happening. 10 का डेट दिया है और 10 को डेबिट होगा. So will you be disciplined in stock market? Or normally whenever you purchase share now, you will minimum buy 50, 20, 30. 3,000 का 3,500 हुआ, you will get out of the share market. It's very rare that you will keep that stock for 30-40 years or 20 years. वो म्यूचुअल फंड्स में बहुत कम होता है कि 40 रुपए का NAV 50 हुआ, you will not get out. बोला अरे हाँ ठीक है ना, वो मैंने बुढ़ापे के लिए किया. Share market is excellent. I have earned very good money through stocks, but I will give you one share. The share's price name is Radico Khaitan. In 2007, I purchased it at 75 or 80 rupees. It is 2024, Akshay. It is now 16 years. The share price is 1,600. That is 20 times. Yeah, but I तभी salary 8,500 था, तो 1,000 ही shares लिए. But then I have not sold it. I have not sold it. Now it's because now that's bloody 20 times. But then is it possible?
Correct, absolutely.
So then that holding period should be there. If you can hold your shares for 20 years, yes, you can invest. If not, mutual fund sahi hai.
Correct. Absolutely. So I think now thoda मैं we're coming to the end of this, but thoda twist लाते हैं, which is all work and no play makes Jack and Jill dull boy and a
dull boy girl.
Right. So tell us something about your family and how you spend your weekends.
Family, I have a kid, she's daughter, she's 12 years old. My wife is working in a school. She's in admin there. She's an admin. And related to us, we all three enjoy our siesta. We are, plus now we have become Punekars. So Punekars enjoy their siesta. So we enjoy, yeah, 1 to 4 is, sorry boss, you can't disturb a Punekar. No, we go out also. But then we enjoy watching movies on social media, on the OTT channel and all that. We go around. We all three are foodies, so we go out and eat. We prepare food at home. My wife is an excellent cook. So whenever she creates a very good dish, I say, Acha, now this is an X. We'll not eat this food outside. You prepare at home. That's easy. So yeah, so we enjoy our food, we enjoy our siesta, we enjoy going out. Going out has reduced a bit now, but then earlier it was there. So I have to catch it up now. So this couple of years is now, I have told my wife this year and the next year we'll do a religious tourism, we'll do temple tourism, we'll do. I'm planning to go out. Then I love driving my car. So I think I'll go to go to Udupi or in Hampi by car. Because
Correct.
it's nearby from Pune. Not nearby, but
Right.
10 hours. Better than 15 hours from Bombay I can try. So
Right.
it's
Right.
this year and the next year is going to be a temple tourism for us.
Right. Right.
So this is
Excellent.
how I read. I read books. I love reading books. I try to read one book a week. अभी फिजिकल
Nice.
बुक पढ़ना बहुत कम हो गया है ड्यू टू
Okay.
कोविड एंड ऑल
Online.
दैट
हाँ.
बट देन
Online. You
इट्स नाउ ऑनलाइन इट्स ऑनलाइन बट आई लाइक टू रीड ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आई लाइक टू
correct.
वॉच आई लव अभी रील्स भी मैं देखता हूँ बट देन आई सर्च व्हाट आई वांट एंड देन आई वॉच एंड देन वो रील्स में भी ऑल्सो आई वॉच the cookery items or the food items which I then I forward it to
Nice.
my wife and say
Nice.
try this try that and she says your turn to try.
Nice. Correct. Correct. Excellent.
Yeah, so this
Yes.
is what
Now,
it's about
now
us.
I'll get you to my last question, which is दो questions में एक इसमें करने वाला हूँ.
Yeah.
So, which is where do you see yourself and the future of wealth creation over the next 5 years? And after you're done with that, maybe one inspirational message for people
Mhm.
before we end this talk show. So
Next 5 years,
over
okay.
to you.
5 years is for me. It is. I am hoping that I double my customer base. I hope that I earn very good money for my clients for the advice which I am giving. I am hoping that my clients will be happy with the money which they have earned, and I request my clients to stay invested. Don't remove money in harakari. Yes, you should remember. You should, yeah, because I've seen many people. See, if you have short-term goals like एक साल के बाद इसकी शादी है, उसकी शादी है, try saving that money in a nice debt fund or an equity fund. Because if you
Right.
remove 1 lakh rupee from your fund or a 50,000 rupees for your fund, means after 15 years that 50,000 would have been close to 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs. By
Right.
removing that money now, you have lost that 3.5 lakhs straight. I'm saying to you.
Right.
At least the money in 15 years, your money grows at least 5 times. So
Absolutely.
50,000, if you remove it now, you have lost 2.5 lakh rupees. If you want to remove that 50,000 rupees, see, it is their money. But then if you want to remove for, if you have to go out, if you want to, I do that. If I have to, I know if I have to travel outside, my expenditure is going to be lakh rupees. I try to save 5-6K every month. At least I have a 75,000 rupees in hand. Baki ka
Right.
25,000 there is MasterCard. So at least I use that money to pay. So you should have short-term goals, long-term goals. Try
Right.
investing in that. Stay invested, and the market will 100% reward you. Not surely, 100 more than 100%. And an
Absolutely.
inspiration. I'm not too big guy to give you an inspiration quote, but then I would like to say I have heard it. I've nice just few days back also, and then it's always in my mind. Ki money is the most beautiful thing there. After your parents, your sibling, your spouse, your kids, your friends, money is the next beautiful thing.
Right.
But people mistake money to buy things. I want to buy
Right.
a car. I want to buy a house. Yes, it is
Right.
important. You have to buy
Correct.
the car. You have to buy. But if
Correct.
you save nicely,
Right.
money will give you one thing, that is freedom. You have freedom in your hand, then the choice of way you have to invest money, the choice you have to spend money, you can achieve that.
Right.
If you have enough money, if you are in your late 40s, you have decent money for the next 5 years, you can take a bloody break for a year. Don't work for a year. Go around, see India, see Bombay, see
Right.
Bharat. Instead
Correct.
of going out, see this beautiful country. Because
Right.
if but then you can do that by having money in hand. Money gives you freedom, Akshay. You
No, no, makes
you
sense.
invest nicely.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
लक्ष्मी चंचल असते in Marathi. My father
Yes.
says
Yes.
लक्ष्मी चंचल असते. तुम्ही
Correct.
लक्ष्मीची काळजी घ्या, ती तुमची काळजी घ्या. My
Kaji
father
Gandhi.
has always told me one thing when my hair were bit black and I started earning. Do two things: respect time, respect money. They
Correct.
will always be with you. This is one
Absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely.
That's one thing which I put in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nikhil, for that.
Thank you, Akshay.
And yeah, HK's last question was VDA, but I think you already answered that.
Hmm.
Is he's saying that RBI has now introduced, and the government is also proactive, so maybe it can be fruitful in the future.
Yeah, if it is there, if the government gives you the go ahead, then why not?
Absolutely.
Can I add one thing, Akshay?
Yeah.
One line,
Yeah.
if it is.
Yeah.
So it is to all your viewers, to all the investors. You should always have three IPs in your life. One is a tip, one is a hip, and one is a sip. Tip, your term insurance plan. Hip is your health insurance plan, and a sip, that is a systematic investment plan in mutual fund. You should always have your three IPs, because people, I see it's a mutual fund session or an in wealth creation, but people ignore insurance.
Correct, absolutely.
You should always have one term insurance plan. You should always have an health insurance plan other than your company provides.
Correct.
So a tip, hip and sip.
Correct,
अगर ये है
absolutely.
तो अपना लाइफ भी
Well
टिप
said.
टॉप है तो.
Well said, very well said.
Thank you, Akshay.
Excellent. Thank you, Nikhil, for your time and for the
Thank you,
lovely
Akshay. And
responses.
yeah, for you also, Akshay, you're doing a great job. Best of luck for your. I saw your website. People who have not seen Akshay's website, Akshay, you should put your status of your website, and people should go through it. You're doing a fantastic job. This is the second time we have spoken. So hope we speak once in a year at least.
Yes, absolutely.
We should do it. Huh? Yeah. So
absolutely. And thank
God
you to
bless you.
all those watching us. Thank you to all those who've asked questions. I hope all your answers have been answered to your satisfaction. Questions have been answered to your satisfaction. Nikhil has been online, so any questions, feel free to reach out to him directly. And thank you. All the best to us all, and let's keep growing spiritually,
Yes.
emotionally, mentally, and financially.
And monetarily.
Absolutely.
ठीक है. Thank you guys. Thank you,
Take
Akshay.
care, take
God
care.
bless. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend, buddy. Bye.